Are there some things that you guys as a church are doing specifically to really reach out to the next generation and then to engage them in the fulfillment of the Great Commission?
We are. You know, one of my favorite things is you know, as a church, we recognize the next generation is always key. There are no grandchildren in ministry. There, you know, every generation needs to follow the Lord. I do also try to remind people that God has been raising up this generation. I have all these, you know, this generation, and they need to. I'm like, you know what? They love Jesus, and they're walking with him. This last year, we hired a pastor to intentionally develop our young adult ministries. We've had the same problem that every other church in America has. We do really great retaining kids through high school. Once they go to college, we start to lose track of them because they're not living with mom and dad. They don't have to go anymore. So we're trying to find creative ways to do that. And so we've intentionally hired a pastor to reach out to that next gen and to reach out to that age group, because again, the things that motivated us have shifted over time. And some of the things that we think, you know, this is why they need to be on fire, don't always resonate. And so we're just trying really hard to get them in the word and get them excited. The best part that I have to tell you about this that makes me laugh, Rich, is so the fellow we hired from our church and was very excited, God has called him to go to seminary. And so now I've got to find something new, which is a classic pastor church kind of a thing. About the time you think, okay, we've got it all, and everything changes. It's okay. It's good. I'm excited for him. God has put a call in his life. He's in his early 40s, second career kind of a thing. God has put a call in his life to pastor a church, and he's wanting to do a turnaround church. He's looking at saying, you know, I want to embrace churches that have struggled and find a way to turn them around and make a difference for the name and sake of Jesus. So we are trying to be very intentional with that. We're probably not doing as well as we could. I am listening. I'm trying to hear more. I'm asking questions of other churches, larger churches who've had success in that area. I think it is vital that we engage that generation. I think God has already raised them up. I don't like to talk about them being the future of the church because honestly, they're the church today.
Yeah.
They're just younger. Do they need to be coached? Do they need to be mentored? Do they need to be discipled? Yes. I did too.